Sure my camera looks good. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. One comment while everybody's What's up, everybody? Today, or I should say tonight, we got storms outside, so can't go fishing. So I decided to do a competition of, the simple fact, baitcasters versus spinning reels. Which one is the best, and which one will win, you think? Now, to make this fair, on my test, I actually did this on, let me pull it up on my tablet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories. I did that. And we'll go over each one of them. And I gave them a point for whoever won that round. So, at the end, you will find out. Right now, before we even get into it, I know he'll be on my YouTube channel as well, Country Boy Fisherman 0. That they will be on there. I'll go ahead and pin that real quick. This right here will be on my YouTube channel. If you did it, like I said, Country Boy Fisherman 0 YouTube. Look for the exact same logo. That'll be my YouTube page. So with that being said, I do appreciate all of y'all. So what we're gonna do right now is go ahead and get started. So on the casting distance is the first round that I did on the thing. Everybody wants to know how far someone can cast. Now the myth is technically, that a baitcaster will cast further than a spin rod. Now, the reason I showed you these two in particularly is this rod and this baitcaster, and this rod and this bait and this reel was the ones involved in my test. So I'll go over the reasons. The baitcaster overall casted around 66 yards max. That's the maximum I could get it. It has a 6.5 foot rod. The spin reel, it casted 70 yards. However, it also has a 7 foot rod. Now, I always give credit where credit is due, and unfortunately, these two baitcasters, this baitcaster versus the spin reel, I had to give it a little bit of credit for just the average one, because the spin reel had a 1/2 foot advantage longer pole. So really and truly though, the baitcaster casted 66 yards. Again, I used the same weight, the same line, and still it casted a little bit further. I still had a 1/2 ounce lead weight. Both had 20-pound braided on it. So in the long run, I hate to say it, I could not declare a winner because of this category. Because, even if you took out, the length of the rods, they're the same length. You're only talking about 4 yards difference in casting distance. And actually the spin rod actually casted further than the baitcaster did. So, strictly if I was to give it anything, it'd be the spin reel. But again, I always give it credit because it did have a better advantage because it had a longer pole. Then the spinning reel is on a 7 foot rod, and the baitcaster is on a 6.5 foot. I try to get them as close as possible. The spin reel has 180 yards of braided, 20 pound. The spinning reel, the baitcaster has 140 yards of 20 pound braided. So they're almost identical in that way. Now the next category I wanted to do was accuracy test. The way I did this was very simple. I took out a plastic cup and I set it out about 5 yards away, which is about 15 feet. And I had a little 1/2 ounce lead weight, something like what you see right here, little 1/2 ounce lead weight. And my goal was to throw the end of the weight into the cup. That was my test. Like I said, not really scientific, but it works. And I got a few practice, I ain't gonna lie, I got a few practice motions into it, to see if I could do it very well. And it did pretty decent. And then I did the actual test. Well, here's the biggest disadvantage of this. The baitcaster hit the cup or made it in the cup 6 out of my 10 times I tried during the test. The spin reel only did 2 times out of 10. And the sad thing is, y'all, I am better with a spin rod than a baitcaster. So that says a lot right there. I was born and raised on a spin reel. And the spin reel only made it into the cup 2 out of 10 times. The baitcaster did 6 out of 10 times. Like I said, the baitcaster, I actually almost got it 7, but the 7th time when it went in, it actually knocked the cup over, so I didn't really count that one. So for that one, I would have to give baitcaster 2 points. And so from the last one, the spin reel is at 1 point. Alright, maintenance. Maintenance is my next category that I tried them in. Which one is more aggravating to maintain? Now, about every 6 months, I do a what they call a maintenance on my rods and reels, where I'll just clean them. I'll take them apart, oil them, grease them. So I that's part of the maintenance of it. So I wanted to see which one was the most maintenance part. And by far, I would have to say honestly, the baitcaster was more tedious to actually maintain and clean and to maintain an oil and grease than the spin reel. I mean, you got, for example, all these gears right in here. You got the shaft that's on the spool, and you got to make sure that this thing right here, the level winder, it stays clean. So it's definitely by far more more maintenance than that. So that put that at even, where baitcaster's at 2 points, and so is the spin reel. Now, like I said, I was trying to do a poll, but it wouldn't let me do it. Like I said, we're doing the battle of the spin reel versus the baitcaster right now. My next category was obviously, I know y'all knew I was going to get to this, line capacity. Line capacity. Which one would hold more line? And the same size. Again, give you an idea. This one will hold about 170 yards when it's fully, I didn't really, I don't know if y'all really can see that on here. I did not really feel this all the way up. As y'all well see, I don't know if y'all can really even see that. See, you can still see some of the spool. I didn't feel it all the way up. So it will actually hold 170 yards full. And you can see just how, small this baitcaster is. Alright, 170. This one holds 180, but look how big it is. I mean, y'all know where I'm going with this. There's no contest. The baitcaster by far holds more line with, with the size of it. I mean, I had a baitcaster that would hold 50-pound braided at almost 400 yards or 500 yards. I'm sorry, no. It would hold 30 yards, 30-pound braided of 1,000 yards. So, I mean, baitcasters definitely, they will hold more line than the spin reel. So, for that reason, I definitely, have to give the line capacity to the baitcaster. So now we're at baitcaster 3 points, spin reel 2 points. So at this point, I hope maybe y'all's favorite rod is winning. Maybe not, maybe so. I don't know. We still got 2 more categories to go over. All right. Size and weight. Size and weight is the next category I chose. Which one is, for the size and weight. Now, if you ever picked up a baitcaster like one of these, you already know how light these things really are. They're just like very, very nimble and very lightweight to hold in your hand. But hit the camera. These things right here, they're just light, but they're also a little bit heavier than the baitcaster I just showed you. So, with that being said, my tablet keeps shutting. And if you're wondering why I don't have the music on right now, it's because of that very reason. Because I'm uploading this to YouTube after my TikTok live. I'm not able to listen or to play music while I'm going on YouTube because they have copyright things. So there's that. And then of course my final, the size and weight I had to give to the baitcaster because, like I said, it's just by far it's lighter than its brethren. In other words, in the same size of the same size reel versus the same size baitcaster, then you're going to get the baitcaster will become out lighter. Especially with these little compact ones, I have never seen a spin reel be lighter than the actual baitcaster. So that means that puts the baitcaster at 4 points. The spin reel at 2 points. Well, and then that gives me my last one. It was just the learning curve of it. Like, which one is easier to use? Like I said, I was born and raised on one of these right here. So I know about, everything about them, how to take them apart, how to grease them and everything. There is really no way you can take a spin reel and mess it up. Like right now, I can go out there at night and throw it and not even worry about it. So that is definitely something to say about a spin reel. You can't really mess it up. I mean, I don't think I've ever messed a spin reel up when I was casting it. So there's really no way to mess them up. As far as casting wise or using them or learning how to use them. So the baitcaster, on the other hand, does have a learning issue, which means you got to know how to tune the baitcaster properly to be able to cast what I did, like I do today. Like, for example, I was out there coast casting 50, 60 yards, and then I was also casting, 1 or 2 yards, to get like 4 bluegill in an hour, this so-called hot afternoon. So I was using definitely, that brand. So, with it being said like that, the baitcaster, definitely has a learning curve. It took me about 6 months to learn how to properly tune a baitcaster in order for me to use it properly. To where now, I don't think, it has not bird nested on me in over 3 to 4 months now. So it's to say, like, I've got a video up here on my channel right here of how to tune a baitcaster to where it will not bird nest on you or backlash. Maybe that will help y'all out, learning the learning curve out. But still, in the way of the sense of the competition, I have to give, where it's credit is due. And the spin reel, unfortunately takes the curve on this one. The spinning reel has no learning curve. 5-year-old can easily just throw it out, no problem. Whereas the baitcaster, it's going to take a few months for you to get the hang of it. Like I said, I try to post videos, but even with videos that I watched, it took me a couple of months to learn how to use the actual properly baitcaster. So yeah, let me see. So that would put the baitcaster at 4 and the spin reel at 3. Now, ironically, if you know anything about country boy fishermen, you know that I do not like spin reels. Baitcasters. When I first started, they are growing on me. I said the spin reels, they still work, so I ain't gonna get rid of them. For surf fishing, I will always go with a spin reel. Just because, they're just, a lot less aggravating to use in the surf and the wind. So you don't have the wind knots like you do in the baitcaster. Like the wind can easily slow a baitcaster down and cause it to bird nest. So with a spin reel, you don't have that issue. And then when have you ever heard of a windless day on the beach? I haven't. So therefore, that's what I'm going to be using. So yes, the baitcaster, unfortunately, I had to give the wind to. It has more accuracy. Am I saying this is the best thing for everybody to use? No. But like I said, it all depends on what you're using. If you need accuracy and you need lightweight, hey, baitcaster is the way to go. If you need something that's easy, maybe to start off a kid with, definitely go for the spin reel, because like I said, they're almost like stupid proof almost. Literally, during this test, I was actually throwing my spin reel and just throwing it like crazy, like over my head, like spinning it, trying to mess it up, and there was really no way you could mess it up. Like, as long as you open that bell and throw it, there is no way you can mess up that spin reel when you're casting. Unlike a baitcaster. Baitcasters, you don't want to do that. You might get a bird nest. But like I said, I hope this has been informational for you. Again, I need somewhere up here. Hold on, y'all. As if y'all people on YouTube, bear with me, because this right here will be on YouTube, my YouTube channel. And if y'all want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, y'all more than welcome. Just click on my link. Click on my link in my bio, or you can just go to YouTube and look up Country Boy Fisherman 0 and look for that logo right there. And that's the same logo that I'll be at. Hit that follow button. I'm always uploading videos bigger than this. Or that YouTube maybe don't like me to use. Or I'll be doing some videos that maybe TikTok will not allow on TikTok. So that being said, this is gonna end this. I may actually start another live really quick. Just so that I can play some music, because I said this is going to YouTube, so I cannot play any music. YouTube has a strict no music in videos because of the copyrights, so I cannot do that. But again, if you missed this video about the spin reel versus the baitcaster, click on my link that you just saw, Country Boy Fisherman 0, on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, and like I said, that will be that. That's why you don't hear, normally I do play music, but unfortunately, I cannot right now with YouTube. So I appreciate all of it. Like I said, if I leave you with this, I would leave y'all with this. Spin reels, they're a lot less aggravating or less headache than a baitcaster. But baitcasters, they do have a bigger accuracy. That's why I use them like today when I was pan fishing, because I can throw it. Like, I knew where these fishes were today at the lake that I was at the Bluegill Lake, the Webb Lake, and I knew where they were at, but I had to cast it in a certain area. That's when the baitcasters come in, because you can throw them accurately or get right up to that log and fish for bass. I am going to do it one day. I don't know if I'm going to do it today or not. Probably not, because I'm exhausted. But I'm going to actually replace this. This right here is a medium heavy rod. This is going to be one of my backups. I'm looking right now for a baitcaster for this. I might be going to sell this one for about $40. You know, it's a Penn Pursuit 3000. So I may sell it for like $40. So that's up to y'all if y'all want to, holler at me and see what's going on. Is it Penn Pursuit 3000? I might sell it for like I said $3,000. Yeah, $3,000. I might sell it for like 40 bucks. Y'all just cover the shipping. And like I said, I might get me a baitcaster and try. That way I have two light. To me, this bow right here is way, way heavier. This spin reel. And I'm gonna use it for right now until I can get it sold or until I get me a baitcaster. But yeah, this right here, it's just so more enjoyable to fish with bluegill because it's so lightweight. This thing here feels like nothing in my hands. I really enjoy it. So that'll end this live. Again, I'm not telling y'all what to go out and buy. That's your choice. Like I said, some people, like I said, surf fishing, I probably won't never go to baitcasters. And like I said, my two reels right now are actually spin reels for my catfish. So they tear up, I may throw a spin reel. Baitcaster up there, or I may just stick with the other thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So y'all take care. God bless y'all. Again, I'll be posting this on my YouTube channel earlier. For the ones that's on my TikTok live, y'all thank y'all and God bless y'all. See y'all next live.